back in early 2000s, when I was just learning about this praise and worship uh, music, praise and worship music, um, our church had a rather huge uh, concert inviting then famous Christian artists. And some of them included Paul Baloch, Bob Fitz, and Daryl somebody. Daryl Evans. Daryl Evans? Yeah, I think it's Daryl Evans. And so forth. And this was like the top contemporary Christian music at our Korean church that we were invited. This was a huge deal. And during the concert, I believe it was Bob Fitz. He challenged the audience. He asked, how many of you in the audience are musicians? And I raised my hand. And second question that he asked, do you write songs? I said, yeah, I have wrote a few songs, so I raised my hand. Okay, and he said, even if each one of you wrote 100 songs for the Lord, it will not be enough to praise his name. He said, wow, is it right? I mean, there's so many Christian songs, hymns, whatnot. What is one more song gonna do? But then it kind of dawned on me, hey, God is almighty. God is infinite. He has capacity to absorb all the praises that we can give. And he's worthy. He's worthy of that. And I told him my prayer that, God, I want to be the part of the person who writes 100 songs for you and more if possible. And realistically, that was about 20 years ago. And I have attempted, but I could say maybe I ended up with maybe 2-3 songs. That was it. So I am, in a way, reaffirming my promise to God that before I kick the bucket or before I go back home to you, let me write 100 songs. 100 songs. I'm going to count 100 songs. As a matter of fact, I had an idea before I was waking up. I had this melody floating in my head. I said, what is this thing? So I stood up and I found it was 4 a.m. And I went to my little tape recorder, or what little digital recorder. I have a Tascam handheld recorder. I put them on, put my acoustic guitar, and then it was a basic idea, just, a few chord patterns and a few melody. I just recorded it. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be anything that's gonna be completed, but I started. Song number 1. Yes. I kind of got carried away, but my last point was I speak 3 languages: English, Korean, and Japanese. So my audience can be all of those. Although my Japanese might be a bit rusty, but I think my Korean and English, I'm pretty fluent, and then I could, I guess, project my thoughts and ideas. So my dilemma, or my decision is to, should I make all my videos in English, or should I make some in English, some in Korean, some in Japanese, or what? So I don't know. That's the question that I need to promote, and then depending on how it leads, how it goes, let's see what happens.